there we go. Bingo! And fuel transfer. So Alt, Alt. That's how it works. Alt, right click. I said Alt, right click, Alt, right click. Why can't I transfer? That's interesting. Ah, there. Okay. Apparently because I had that other window up, I couldn't do the transfer. That is very interesting. Okay, so now we're going to land, and we're roughly in the right place. Great. F5. Put my thrust limiter back up, because that could make it kind of hard to land. Yeah, volcano power plant would be badass. I'm just going to say that. Like, yeah, radon is mainly, because it's such a heavy gas, it tends to collect in basements that aren't well ventilated. So you're supposed to have a non-permeable layer if you put it in these days to make sure that that doesn't happen. And then there's also requirements for like radon venting. Like you have a pump that pumps heavy gas out. Okay, so let's warp to here. Can it be like that Star Wars Episode 3 that we don't talk about? I talk about Star Wars Episode 3 because it's actually one of the better prequels. I mean, other than some really embarrassing bits, it actually has some decent, cool stuff in it. Uh-oh. Okay, don't like the look of that surface at all. Guess I'm gonna find some place around here where the surface isn't so crazy. Let me know if you see some place to land, because, man, I am not seeing any place to land here. It's just all crinkliness. You're getting kind of low here. Now we're going faster, so let's actually slow ourselves down. Okay, now we're in a super low orbit and we're just looking for a spot to land. Actually, that looks like a really good spot to land. I wonder if I can stop on it. That looks kind of nice and flat-ish compared to some of this terrain around here. Yep, we're going to land here. Okay. And we are go for landing. Landing legs would double the part count. Yes, exactly. Because you would need at least 3 landing legs. Okay, 900 meters above the terrain, and the sun illumination is still invisible. There it is there. Okay, now we see it. Are you ever going to continue Galileo Conquest? Yes, I will. I just kind of... I got bored with it, sort of. But I didn't get bored with it. I get frustrated with it. No life support. No, because we're not doing this thing with life support. Because we are playing the whole thing stock. The only thing that's not stock is this flight engineer thing. There we go. Brilliant. Okay. EVA. I should probably have F5 before then. So no, we have managed so far to do this without having to load saves, right? Isn't that fabulous? It's cold outside, there's no kind of atmosphere, I'm all alone, more or less. Let me fly far away from here. Okay, damn. That was embarrassing. Now we have Gilly and Eve left. So, yeah, let's go. Okay, apoapsis height is looking good. We're just going to rendezvous with the target again. Set as target. So we need to rendezvous, and then we will be off to Eve for the final stop on this epic tour. Eve will be the last and the hardest. I'm not going to... So the thing about Eve to remember is I'm just landing. I do not need to leave Eve. No leaving Evie, because this is not a leavey Evie. Thanks, M. Bergman22 says he really likes my Going Nuclear series. I hope it continues to be of such high quality, because I've now got to the point where I've only half of the next episode written, so I need to make sure that gets happening soon. How interesting. Ah, there we go. There we go. Ah, okay, that's better. Anyone reading Artemis yet? You know what? I will probably get it for Christmas. I'll put it on my Christmas list. That'll be a good idea, right? Okay, aim towards the target. Oh, wow. I hadn't realized just how close I was. Uh, uh, Aim towards target. Look at how close I am. Like, I just didn't need to do anything there. Esport, I mean, I think it's cool that people do that. It's just not my thing. And I don't know. And I'm amazed. I guess I'm amazed that people do it professionally. But I met a guy at TwitchCon while I was getting tacos, and I was like, dude, you have awesome skills. I hear that you're, trying to win your tournament or whatever. But, stay in school. Like, always have a B. Always have a plan B. Man, these are... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Man. Bam. Boom. Boom, shakalak. Okay, let's just go for that. Maneuver node in 6 minutes and 1400 meters per second. If there were KSP World Championships, I don't think I could compete with many of the people because I get a lot of the stuff through straight up persistence and all that. There's so many great KSP players out there. Marcus House, was Enter Elysium, Danny, obviously Abyssal Lurker, who inspired this whole challenge. Man, I keep finding them doing amazing things. Many of them doing stuff that I would have written off as impossible. So yeah, spread the love around, I guess is what I'm saying. Matt Ewan. Matt Lone, you mean. Yeah, Matt Lone as well. Did I know that there was a Danish bear called Gavno, which means poop? I did not know that, but do you know that where I come from, if you called someone a tube, that would be an insult. So calling your website YouTube is a bit of an insult. No, Movember, no, I do not like facial hair. I'm not a person that wants to personally have facial hair. So actually, that's about as close as I can get. I'm going to need to make an inclination change, I think, to get there. Here's an idea. Get a P.O. box for foreign beers from fans. You know what? The big problem with foreign beers from fans is that there's all sorts of duty and income tax... it's just hard to do because it's not necessarily legal to import beer without a license. So I believe that it's just very hard. So just don't do that. But I do occasionally... I've met people in person the last couple of weeks that have handed off some very nice donations. And actually, I'm feeling really bad because I've been so sick. I haven't been able to touch a lot of this stuff. Year 63 and Jeb is still regretting completing the crossword puzzle in his magazine on day 2. Yes, we have an in-flight magazine for this trip. It's actually the size of the Encyclopedia Britannica. Okay, so we should be coming in slightly... it should be coming in from... I don't know what direction it should be coming in. Oh, apparently we have crossed through, and there we are! There is Eve! We're almost here. Jeb is still smiling because he is in a rocket. And that is the time that he smiles, is when he is in a rocket. Okay, and burn into orbit. Oh, sounds like we get a neighbor coming over. So we are doing this. Excellent! Okay, so now we're going to rendezvous with Gilly, set as target. This is not a paper crown, this is an actual plastic crown with authentic plastic jewels, I'll have you know. This is not some paper piece of tat that you might find at the so-called Burger King, who, I will point out, is not in fact a monarch of any sort. Right? Let's be clear on that. I've played Crusader Kings and I know enough to know that the Burger King does not have the authorization of the Pope to be a monarch of any description. Oh, okay. So some experts are informing me that Burger King actually rose to power during Europa Universalis 4 rather than Crusader Kings, and therefore I may in fact be incorrect in my assessment of the lineage of the Burger King. Wherefore art thou, Gilly should actually be behind me and catching up at some... Oh, yeah, Gilly's behind me and catching up. There it is there. I can see it. It's right there. See it? Just following my mouse cursor. I mean, obviously it's not my mouse cursor. I'm following... My mouse cursor is following Gilly. Hello, hello, hello. It's Gilly. And we have 617 meters per second of delta V, which means we should be able to return to down relatively close to Eve. However, we will need to refuel in Eve orbit. That's us. Maybe if Ronald McDonald dies, Burger King can use the enforced personal union casus belli. Now I'm wondering if any monarch in history had the epithet Burger King, as in a leader of a borough who is also a king. You were the first streamer to introduce me to KSP and Crusader Kings 2. Wow, you know, I thought it was strange that I had this, you know, crossover love of both those games, but I guess I'm not the only person. There's something deeply enjoyable about Crusader Kings 2. I'm in orbit. Surface. There, look. I knew that looked strange. It sounds like these guys in the background are playing Diablo 3, which may not be entirely appropriate for kids that young, but I think I'm cool with it. They remembered that we almost lost a spacecraft because we lost a lander, a fueler, because of that. Yeah, I haven't had a look at Jade Dragon just yet. We'll see whether I get a time to do it. Okay, so here we go. Oh shit, F5. I can't do this. Penultimate. Stop. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get back into orbit now. Oh, that's us. We've already escaped by accident. I mean, I could technically aero brake, but I'm not going to risk... Oh, pardon me. I'm not going to spend time doing that. We have plenty of fuel in orbit. Okay, so we've got that. And now I'm going to zoom in on this. Yeah, well, this is the hard part, is we are going to have to land on Eve. And I don't really know whether I can handle it. Like, I might have to kill a lot of velocity high up in the atmosphere. I might burn up extra... Yeah, see, I've kind of screwed that a little. Okay, I have 4.5 seconds worth of fuel left. If it burns up, no, we're not going to do the whole thing again. And just go 100%. Okay, let's see what the orbit looks like. See, that's not so bad. Now the job is up to this thing. Switch to this, and now we got a rendezvous. You just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you. Thank you. Leslie Nielsen would be proud. No heat shield because we were trying to do a 3-part vehicle. And a heat shield would have added mass. The other danger is that if I burn too much fuel, we might find that the center of mass shifts and the thing is no longer aerodynamically stable. So that could also be a challenge, and that's why we're going to need a save. But I'm hoping we won't actually need a save. Scott's focused face is also his angry face. Okay, at this point I can probably just use my reaction control thruster to slow down, right? Like, I'm doing a turn here. Reversing into position. I'm assuming, yes, I'm assuming that most of the physics works the same way because we have physics that mostly works the same way. It seems natural that if we have physics that works the same way, that we should presume that physics kind of works the same way. Right? Does that make sense? How is this 3 parts to everywhere? The spacecraft that's doing the operation is doing three parts. It's a capsule, it's a tank, and it's a rocket. That's all. It's a challenge. What in that doesn't seem like 3 parts to you? Okay, so I am gonna aim retrograde. I hope I did an F5 there. I'm presuming I did an F5 somewhere. Let's do an Alt F5. Descent. We're gonna try this. This is my Eve Descent 1. See if this is possible. It's just a silly challenge, right? We set the rules based upon what Abyssal Lurker tried to do many years ago. You're offering me condolences in advance. That's looking pretty orange already. Yeah, that's looking pretty hot. And the tank's already starting to overheat. Let's just see if I can skim in and out without overheating the spacecraft. So we can aero brake down and perhaps lose some of this heating. Getting hot, but not too hot. So basically at some point this will start heating up too much and it'll just be like, burn the engines! Slow down! Get us out of here! No, I don't want to spin the craft. So the danger is if I spin the spacecraft, then it will end up being aerodynamic in the opposite direction and I won't be able to flip the thing around. So there we go. Did that get us into a... I guess it got us into a slightly lower orbit. Just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you. As has been said many, many, many times. Yeah, maybe I should just, like, hammer the exhaust here. I'm going to do that. So we're going to fall in, and this is where we need to be... Oh, I should probably slow my time acceleration down. That's going to help. Overheat is starting to come in. And I'm going to fire... Okay, and I should switch to surface mode as well. Heating up again. Oh, come on. There we go, look. Yes, we're through the atmosphere and we have 1.4 kilometers per second of delta V left. Okay, now the next thing I need is suicide burn. Which actually is not going to be the case. We need this. Woo! We made it! We made it and we have enough fuel left. So now we need to maintain this attitude. And we need to burn at the correct distance. Here we go. Distance to the suicide burn, 12 kilometers. Deploy the rotor blades. We have no rotor blades. We have a capsule with 3 parts. Rotor blades would be at least 2 parts. It used to be more dangerous to land in the water. I'm not going to EVA. God. Okay, 2 kilometers, 2.2. We're still slowing down, so that's good. Brace yourselves for this magnificent moment. Okay, I'm going to bring up my thrust now. Actually, that's probably too early. 30. Okay, 19 seconds worth of fuel left. Oh, crap. Excellent! And all 3 parts survived! Victory! With 49 meters per second of delta V left. Woo! Mad skills. I'm so happy. Woo! Oh my goodness! That was special. F5. We did it! We went everywhere. It's been a long voyage. It's been 10 hours, I think. 5 episodes of 2 hours each. So it took 10 hours. We finally made it to every single planet. And boy, Jeb, 62 years older than he once was. There. Appreciate this dude. He is a legitimate hero. Yeah. No, now I need to figure out how to rescue this thing.